check your chart for where Gemini is. Check your planets, your houses, all the fun things to get a better sense of where this might be impacting or affecting your life. This is for all you lovely Geminis. We're going to get the message for you, what you need to know for the rest of July. I know you guys just had a birthday not too long ago, so happy belated birthdays to all the Geminis out there, if Gemini is your sun placement. Okay, let's get into it. What is the message for Geminis for the rest of July? What does Gemini need to know? What is important for Gemini? Okay, let's see here. We have Stormy. That popped out when I was shuffling before too. Divine Feminine, Transformation, and Power at the bottom of the deck. So let's see here. Let us clarify. I feel like some of you may have had issues with receiving. So if you always had a hard time taking a compliment or having people like help you out or asking for help and things like that, I feel like if that's been a theme for you, that could be something that you are starting to work through and overcome and starting to really learn how to get more comfortable with. I'm getting that message strongly for someone out there. And I also feel, I'm seeing that for others of you, you may have had relationships or are in a relationship that you feel like almost like you have to do it all, or like you have to be the masculine. You have to like make the plans or take the lead or things like that. Like it's hard for you to embrace a feminine role, or vice versa. It could be hard for you to embrace a masculine role. There's something, it's whatever it is, it's like you're learning to accept and to feel more comfortable and within your power, like gaining self-empowerment to embrace that whatever role you've had a hard time stepping into or being or embracing in your life. This could be something passed down for some of you from your mom's side of the family. You might notice that it's kind of like all your life, or like seen in your maybe your aunts or your cousins or sisters, or just your mom, or your grandparents or whatever, like ancestors, family on your mom's side particularly, that they might have struggled with this or have a hard time with this, or maybe brought you up in a way that discouraged this, so that it didn't feel natural for you, or doesn't necessarily feel natural for you to be in that self-empowered state of, receiving and receptivity is still empowerment. There's a sense of empowerment to that. It's not necessarily passivity. Okay, let's get your clarifiers. Current situation here, the Knight of Cups. Okay, what is the obstacle? The Sun, the basis of your situation. We got two here. The Five of Swords and the Seven of Wands. What's leaving your situation or has to leave your situation? The Ten Yeah. The 10 of Wands. What is helping you right now? What to say, these cards? The King of Swords and the High Priestess. Interesting. Potential outcome. I knew she was coming. Yay. I love this for you. I love this for you. And your advice. Let's get advice for my Geminis. See your advice. Oh, I didn't tell you what came out for your potential outcome. You got the Empress and the Nine of Cups for your advice. You got Temperance. You got the Nine of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. I do see someone coming in here. And again, it's like I feel like you're on the receiving end. So it is up to you to be open to receiving, open to help, open to guidance, open to advice, whatever it is that someone else is coming in with that is to assist you, to help you, to just maybe love on you, to show you love, compassion, loyalty, to kind of open you up. But the obstacle is opening up, stretching your arms wide open and just receiving and really embracing that childlike self, that child that before their environment impacted them or conditions impacted them or influences impacted them, that like just embraced love, right? When you're a kid, everyone's doing everything for you in a lot of ways, right? They're providing for you, they're showing you love, all these things are coming to you and you accept them and you receive them. So embracing that energy and harnessing that energy, I see is really difficult for you, or maybe really difficult for you right now. And it's something you might be working on. But it's just like letting the light in, seeing the light through the crack and opening up that door and just letting all of the light in, letting that warmth really soak in and shine upon you. Yeah, so again, like with the Five of Swords and the Seven of Wands here, it's like really the basis of your situation is letting go. There's a lot of stuff here. So if the family thing resonated with you, like all that stuff, you have to realize it's not your stuff. That you may have been brought up that way, you may have been influenced or conditioned that way, but you can make your own choice to shift out of that mindset. You don't have to live the rest of your life that way if it's not working for you, if it doesn't feel good for you, if it's causing you harm or difficulties within your life, and you're noticing that, or you want to make a change. Make sure you're not carrying these things with you. Learn, find a way to let them go. Say thank you for teaching me what I needed to learn. Thank you for the lessons, but I don't need that anymore. I don't need you anymore. I am standing up for myself. I'm fighting for myself here and for my best self, for the child within me that deserves to feel love, that deserves that light, that warmth, that openness, that deserves to receive. Yep. So you got to let go of all this baggage, everything you're carrying with you, put it down, lighten that load. Just, just let it out, put it down. You don't need to carry it with you where you're going. And you don't want to. It's hard. You're breaking your back here. For what? For what? You don't need to do that. Put it down, baby girl, baby boy, whatever. Put it down. What's helping you here is knowing deep down You know this. You have the knowledge, you understand it, you know it, you feel it, right? It feels right to you in your understanding of what this is. So you know what you have to do. And I feel like you kind of know how to do it too. At this point or coming up very soon, it's the how to do it. I know I have to do it and actually doing it. You're actually doing it. You have the Empress. Like, she is the ultimate divine feminine energy here. She is the receiver, the creator. She's open. It's all coming in. She's getting what she deserves. You are getting what you deserve. You are receiving, you're letting yourself receive. And it's like you know it when you do it, right? You're proud and you feel proud of yourself for getting to this point because it hasn't been easy. It's been a long road. It's been a long journey. But this is really it's really it's finding the comfort in it. You find the peace, the comfort. You find a way for it to be natural for you, to go about it naturally, to receive naturally, to feel natural about it. So it doesn't feel as hard as maybe it once seemed like it would be to kind of navigate and get through and figure out. There may have been a lot of overthinking in terms of this once you kind of realized that it was something that you needed more of or needed to do. Um, but you do get quite comfy and cozy in this energy. I feel like it's like once you start doing it, once you let yourself let it go and let it flow, let it go and let it flow, let it come in. You start getting really like nice and comfortable, and you're like, this is nice. Like, I could do this. Okay. Like, all right. I'm liking this. This is good. I feel like you get real comfy real quick here. And that's awesome. I love that for you. So your advice is to as this goes on, right? This is not always you're gonna get to this point where yeah, you have like it's comfy, it's cozy, it feels natural, it's good, but it's always a work in progress, right? Like just know that if you want it to stick, if you want it to stay with you, you're gonna have to figure out and know like what triggers you to be able to shift your mindset in those moments where you have doubts or you're backsliding, right? You're backsliding into this, into old habits. It takes time to break a habit. It takes time to get out of, you know, doing things the way that you've always done them or thinking them in the way that you've always thought them, right? Your first initial reaction, your initial thought and feeling is going to slide back into what you've always thought and felt and reacted, like how you reacted. So just like be gentle with yourself, give yourself grace and time to really let it marinate and for you to get used to this and start really functioning this way on a more daily basis, on a more, let's say it starts monthly basis. You remember once a month, then you remember once a week, then you remember once a day, right? Like, and then it just becomes your way of being over time eventually. So this is your advice is to just be mindful about it. Just keep it going. Really try to, course correct if you see yourself backsliding or catch yourself, right? And you have a lot of you have people around you in a community that will support this, will help support you in this energy. And it's not like it's something you have to ask them to do. They will just do it. And as you start noticing more and more, like You may have a lot of givers around you and not even know it because you don't let yourself receive. But I feel like you're going to notice more and more of the people around you who are givers, who are takers, and that you do have more people um, who are very generous with whether it's their time, their love, their energy, helpfulness. It could be something small, and it could be something big. But there's this realization that you have a lot of that around you and you just never, I don't want to say took advantage of it because it's not about taking advantage, but it is an energy exchange. Like maybe you always helped them out, but you never let them help you out. Think about it this way. Someone actually once told me this and it came to mind is that, like, think about how you feel when you're able to help someone else out, right? Let's say, they need a favor, or even if they don't ask you for a favor, but you can help them and you offer them help and they accept it and you do whatever it is, it feels really good. You helped out someone you care about, you helped out a friend. You love that. And there is an exchange of energy, even though, maybe they're not giving something tangible back to you in that moment, you're still walking away with something, right? It's the same for the other person. Maybe you've always been like, oh, I don't like to, put people out or da 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 da. And you've always been afraid to ask for help or anything like that. Think about it that way, right? Like it actually will be satisfying and fulfilling for them, most likely, to help you out. And if they offer that to you, it actually feels better for them if you accept and receive than if you reject and push away. All right, Gemini, I hope that was helpful for you. And I hope you have a beautiful July. I will see you guys again on the next one.